If we're honest, it's not just Donkey Kong that has been left out of the spotlight on Nintendo Switch. Yeah, we'd love a new DK game, but there's probably plenty of people that would love a new F-Zero, a new Star Fox, a new Kid Icarus, and don't let me forget your favorite franchise. Mention it in the comments, like Punch-Out doesn't have a Nintendo Switch entry, and I'm sure there are numerous others. Big franchises that have yet to appear on Switch in their own original way. And with a Nintendo Direct right around the corner, we've got big rumors heating up, old rumors that are resurfacing, and my warning to you that I think you should honestly be wary of all of them. So what's going on, guys and girls? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Hope you're having a fantastic day out there. We're going to focus on F-Zero, Star Fox, and Kid Icarus, as those have been running around the longest, and we have new rumors around those titles. But like I said, there's lots of games that have not gotten a Switch shine, that they have fallen out of favor with Nintendo apparently, and not maintained the franchise in the way that plenty of other Nintendo IP have continued on the Nintendo Switch. I'd say if we rank them from the most rumors to the least, and the most hype to the least, it would be like Donkey Kong has the most rumors and the most hype, down to Star Fox has the least rumors and the least hype. But Kid Icarus and F-Zero they fall somewhere in between. Those two titles would be nicely received on Switch, and I don't think any of these games is going to go sell Zelda numbers, but when you consider how well the Switch has done, it's odd that these games aren't here. And now with the June Direct coming up very soon, and maybe even as soon as next week, which is looking more and more likely, will Nintendo decide to be bold and bring back a familiar and sometimes popular face? Or will they go with all remasters? Will they go with brand new titles? Will they go with games we don't even want? It's kind of up in the air right now. We know nothing beyond Luigi's Mansion 2, but I guarantee you getting one of Donkey Kong, Star Fox, F-Zero, or Kid Icarus would go a long way to satiating fans' desire for something cool from Nintendo. Oh yeah, and also Metroid Prime 4. But we've had a lot of Metroid games, so I'm not considering that one as part of this video. But we do have new rumors for F-Zero and for Star Fox, and Kid Icarus has been lingering for a while. Let's start there, because we know that Kid Icarus had a great entry on the 3DS, and we know that Sakurai loves that game. I think a lot of the Kid Icarus rumors actually stem from this screenshot right here, where Sakurai is insinuating that maybe somebody will port Kid Icarus to the Switch. Now, it's very hard to know if he's just being silly, if he just personally wishes that, if he's actually teasing something, if it's nothing, or if it's everything. Very hard to know, but you'd think with Sakurai's involvement with Kid Icarus, his close ties to Nintendo, his absolute devotion to the Smash Bros. Franchise, that he wouldn't just troll people or try to beat around the bush. Does Sakurai know something that others don't know about the legacy of Kid Icarus and the game returning for a Switch version? How do you handle the controls? What do they do? It's a lot of interesting decisions to be made, but Nintendo could do that. We also have tweets from the voice actor, which seem very strange and could be interpreted to indicate that Nintendo actually is sitting on a Kid Icarus game and waiting to release it. I will say, I think Kid Icarus probably isn't a very big name. I think that's a very niche title that only hardcore Nintendo fans are particularly fond of, but I do think it would perform well enough on Switch to justify the port. You've already got the game there, right? You just take it, you push it to Switch, you make the change to the controls, you update the game visually, and voila, you're ready to go. But will Nintendo decide to do that? Time will tell. Two new rumors have surfaced around F-Zero and Star Fox, and we'll start with the furry creature. Nobody seems to have pinned down anything specific on Star Fox, especially after the whole Star Fox Grand Prix debacle that never was. Do you remember that one? Supposed to be this big Star Fox racing game on Switch, and it just never materialized. Nothing did. The intel must have been completely off. Now, much maligned leaker Zippo has been touting a Star Fox game for the entire year, and he's recently doubled down with supposedly new evidence that, yep, Nintendo is making Star Fox Assault HD on Nintendo Switch. He claims that one of the best GameCube games, in his opinion, of all time is making a comeback, and Bandai Namco is doing the remastered port to Nintendo Switch. Now, again, Zippo, he's gotten a few things right. He gets a lot wrong. He says a lot. He took some time away after a fiasco involving Midori, and now he's back on the rumor train just in time for a new Nintendo Direct. And I'm going to tell you right now, I personally don't think Star Fox sees a Switch entry. But let's see what he has to say, and you can decide for yourselves. He claims the game will have 60 FPS, gorgeous 1080p visuals, that they've added new online play and 4-player split-screen action. The remaster includes new content of some sort as well as amiibo support, and Nintendo has been sitting on this since at least the start of the year, which would coincide with when Zippo first started talking about a Star Fox game coming out within the next 12 months. He also claims that there's a brand new Star Fox game in development at Nintendo EPD, as well as several multimedia Star Fox projects, but I caution this even more than the Assault port, because it's so easy to say Nintendo is working on the next game of any major franchise. Breaking news, Nintendo is working on the next Animal Crossing. Well, of course they are. And if they're not, eventually they will be. This is a long game rumor that will eventually be correct, but specifically with Assault, is that going to be coming? I don't know that I can trust Zippo, and I don't know that Nintendo would rely on Star Fox to carry their Switch over the finish line. Considering that this probably is the last big Nintendo Switch Direct and the last big year of Nintendo, I feel like if they were going to give Star Fox a firing chance, it would have already happened. You could argue that maybe the last year is actually the best year for a smaller character to succeed, but the fact that Nintendo has gone the entire generation without even giving a wink to this character outside of a Star Fox 2 release, not even on the Switch, I find it to be shaky at best. Now, F-Zero, on the other hand, that has had some recent exposure. There was a lot of teasing and rumoring about F-Zero last year, and everybody thought it was going to be F-Zero GX Remastered. Well, it ended up being F-Zero 99, and even though there were more and more hints that maybe Nintendo is utilizing F-Zero 99 as sort of the icebreaker to bring back the F-Zero franchise, nothing has since materialized. Well, Nate the Hate has teased things about F-Zero, Pioro has teased things about F-Zero, and Zippo is back with F-Zero GX saying that the F-Zero GameCube game is going to be ported and fully remastered to Nintendo Switch as F-Zero GX Recharged. Now, I also don't personally believe this one, but would it be that crazy for Nintendo to go into their warehouse and say, Kid Icarus, Star Fox Assault, and F-Zero GX? They could pull those games out and quickly put them on the Switch. And honestly, be honest with me, would you be super surprised if Nintendo unveiled their second half lineup and it was literally like Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Star Fox Assault, F-Zero GX, and maybe a Mario Party? Like, would you be too surprised? That's right in Nintendo's wheelhouse, as weird as it sounds and as sad as it would be. And even though I much more believe and hope for a Donkey Kong, Metroid Prime, Mario Party, Fire Emblem type Christmas, Nintendo could definitely devolve into a remastered year. I mean, that's basically what it's been so far outside of Princess Peach Showtime, and Nintendo sure loves to milk these games for as much as they can. I think the question you have to ask yourself, though, is how much milking is there with a game like F-Zero GX or Star Fox Assault? But alas, we'll consider it. Zippo says that the game looks absolutely stunning, again, running 60 FPS, 1080p, has a fully featured online mode, as well as the usual 4-player split screen. Will feature the addition of a casual mode, perfect for newcomers who are brand new to F-Zero. Game has been finished for over a year, and they're sitting on things to release it. So what's odd here is that many of the comments in regards to Star Fox and F-Zero are identical. 1080p, looks gorgeous, 60 frames per second, online, 4-player split screen, some new content Nintendo's been sitting on. Is this the case? Is this not the case? Time will only tell. But I don't think that Nintendo is going to emphasize F-Zero or Star Fox at all this year. I personally don't think Kid Icarus is coming either. I think these are all pipe dreams that Nintendo fans of certain favorite franchises want to believe in, but more than likely, Nintendo will rely on the characters that have done them so right over the last 7 years. Mario, Link, and more. I think Donkey Kong has a definite shot at getting in there and cracking the Switch lineup, but a Mario Party, a Fire Emblem, a Mario Baseball, those games to me feel far more likely. Even this heavily rumored new Zelda game, whether it ends up being Twilight Princess or a 2D Zelda featuring Princess Zelda herself, that's a big tentpole selling franchise with a humongous major movie in the works. I think if Nintendo is going to go soft for the second half of 2024, they will rely on huge properties, not rely on small coin flip type games. To me, that's what F-Zero, Kid Icarus, and Star Fox are. There's a chance they could do really well because most things do on Switch, but there's a chance that they could kind of bomb out. I don't know what the sales data is like on F-Zero 99. It feels like that game was pretty popular, but maybe that scratched the itch. Maybe we don't need a new F-Zero after all. And given the likelihood of a new Mario Kart near the beginning of the Switch 2 lifecycle? Is there space for a racer right now? And you could argue both ways, but given that these rumors have ebbed and flowed, come and gone, been really emphasized and then just disappeared, and now are being put forth by a leaker who we know has a shaky record at best, I don't think you should really buy into anything you hear on these franchises in the foreseeable future, especially this week, next week, and the rest of the month as we wait for Nintendo to make their unveilings themselves. I think DK has a good chance, Metroid Prime has a great chance, Mario Party has the best chance. All these other games, though, I think Nintendo leans on Zelda, Fire Emblem, much more than they lean on Captain Falcon or Pit. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you believe Nintendo would chance a final year release on any of these franchises? And would you be excited to pick them up yourself, or would they be skip-worthy for you, especially considering they're all rumored to be ports? I think that's a big point of contention as well, is like this isn't giving a fair shake to these titles. It's not giving them the bold new entry that Zelda and Mario and many others got. It's taking an old game from multiple generations ago and hoping that there's some nostalgic love. And I don't think anyone regards F-Zero GX or Star Fox Assault or even Kid Icarus as well as they regard Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. You could say, hey, the fact that they're willing to bring back Super Mario RPG shows they're willing to bring back anything. But again, that has Mario in it. And that is a major distinction for Nintendo, for Walmart, for store shelves, and for sales figures. But let me know what you think in the comments down below, everybody. In the meantime, thanks so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. Until next time, SwitchForce out.